The overnight train from New Delhi was ideal. We arrived refreshed and ready for the day. The Indana Palace Hotel came recommended and was a great hotel. Great rooms, good food, and a design totally in keeping with Rajasthan. We wasted no time before setting out to explore. As usual, enjoying a cup of coffee, the ideal preparation for explorers. Love that coffee.
We are now going to the King's Palace, the House of Expectations.
The Umaid Bhawan Palace was not far away, and a very impressive building. And the first thing I noticed was that Jodhpur was living up to its reputation as the Sun City. Not a cloud in the sky. The palace, immaculate and majestic. First impression was, wow, perfect weather, not too hot, sunshine, and intriguing sights. We'd only just arrived, but already we were in the thick of it. Construction of the palace was not complete until 1943, so it's not as old as many other buildings in Jodhpur. First stop the museum, and again this was impressive. The place is beautiful, great care taken in its presentations. Trophies of former times. A stuffed leopard shot nearby, as well as intricate exhibits showing the splendor of days gone by. The museum is actually quite large, comprising many rooms off a courtyard where exhibits are stored. Some rooms are simply exhibits in themselves, and very interesting. Again, giving a glimpse of former times. Including an impressive collection of clocks. Apparently the palace was built to provide employment for thousands of people during a time of famine. Dr. Alex was enjoying it all. No wonder, believe it or not, Jodhpur was the #1 place on Lonely Planet's list of most extraordinary places to stay in 2013. There's also a collection of antique cars. It's one of the world's largest private residences, and a part of the palace is managed by Taj Hotels, after Maharaja Umaid Singh, grandfather of the present owner, had part of the palace converted into a luxury hotel that has 347 rooms, starting at $300 a room. From there we decided to get lunch, so drove back through the city, getting a glimpse of the sights. But also with the aim of doing a little shopping. I always buy spices when I'm in India, fresh and cheap. The tea is also a good buy. Then off to the On the Rocks restaurant for the best lunch in town and one of the most scenic places to eat. The restaurant is actually a complex of eating places with different cuisine and decor.
This is a very nice restaurant in Jodhpur.
The dining room we chose was excellent and filled with antiques. The food was very nice. After a great lunch, it's back on the road. This time a visit to what is, without doubt, the centerpiece of the city, Mehrangarh Fort. Set upon a rocky hill, 120 meters above the city, and one of the most spectacular forts in India. Battlements between 6 meters and 36 meters high make it a formidable fortress, and the largest fort in all Rajasthan. There are many things going on here, but the museum part of the fort is very interesting and certainly very impressive. One can imagine days gone by, and clearly much thought and effort has gone into making it so. On reaching the top, one gets great views over the city, but the architecture is also very beautiful. Though very large and complex, each part is different and gives the visitor plenty of things to see and explore. Once at the very top, one also gets a fascinating bird's eye view, not only of the city, but also the fort itself and how it was laid out. Founded in 1458 at the site of Rajodha's new capital, the city below has grown around it. And in the 550 years since the fort was built, it has never been taken by force. The tour through the fort goes outside and inside, and the museum exhibits are very interesting. This room containing babies' cribs. Strange to say, I found that this bastion of protection from Mughal invaders appeared to have more than a hint of Mughal influence in its architecture. It's said the Rajput School of Architecture was a perfect mixture of Hindu and Mughal patterns. We then encountered another display of the local culture. The women in colourful dress dance into the music of Rajasthan. As we emerged from the museum and walked down the hill, we were surely impressed by the scale of this formidable defensive bastion. It's no wonder it was never breached. I have to say, the local people were very nice, helpful and friendly. Believe it or not, there's a zip line ride here. As we left, both Alex and I felt it had been a very enjoyable day in Jodhpur. Already on Exion.org, Burma, Kashmir in India, ancient Xi'an in China, historic Jerusalem, wonderful Copenhagen, majestic Ladakh, magnifico Barcelona, memories in London, Venice, Nonping 360 Hong Kong, Marrakesh, Morocco, Okinawa, Japan, Uti in India, Disneyland, Hong Kong, the Norfolk Broads in England, the Oriental outpost of Portuguese Macau, Xiamen, China, and the magic of Kerala in India. Take a look.